Welcome back, everyone. And now we will begin the second session entitled Cutting Edge Tools, Methodologies, and Policies of AI Applications in Education. I'm pleased to introduce and welcome on the podium the chairperson, Professor Sharif Kishk, Deputy to the Minister of Higher Education for Digital Transformation. Professor Mohammed Al-Shinnawi, President of Galala University. Professor Ahmed Salema, Microsoft CTO, Adjunct Professor of Practice at the American University in Cairo.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allow me to start the session of cutting edge tools, methodologies, and policies of AI application in education. And allow me, before I introduce the first presenter, I thank Dr. Mona for the kind invitation and for this session, which I believe is extremely important as a president of one of the national universities, Galala University. I think the introduction of AI to all the types of education is not now an option. It's a mandatory. And this is one of the things we are discussing in Galala University ourselves, and we had a lot of sessions in this regards. So I thank you, Dr. Mona, for this, because I think with all the working with all our students and Gen Z, now it's extremely crucial to understand how they think, what are the tools that we have to use with them, and I think AI is on top of that. And it's a pleasure and honor to introduce Mr. Pang Fing, Deputy Director of International Center for Higher Education Innovation under the auspices of UNESCO, to talk to us about fostering an IOA ecosystem for higher education innovation in the AI era.
Your Excellency, Professor Amr, Izzat. Your Excellencies, Professor Amr Izzat Salama, Secretary General of the Arab Universities Association, Professor Mohammed Diazin Bidin, President of Al Shams University, and Professor Mola Abid Al-Jari, Secretary General of the Management and Evaluation Scientific Association, and Director of the IIOE Egypt Regional Center. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends, I'm Pan Feng, Deputy Director of the International Center for Higher Education Innovation under the auspices of UNESCO. H. It's my great honor to be invited to this esteemed conference. Let me begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research, National Authority for Quality Assurance and Accreditation of Education, Al Shams University, and Professor Mola and her dedicated team for your unwavering commitment to advancing digital education through our collaborations. Today, we will present how UNESCO H, in collaborations with our global partner, fosters the IOE ecosystem for higher education innovation in AI area. Now it's my pleasure to invite my colleague, Ms. Li Luoyu, to take the stage and guide us through the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pan. It is my great honor to deliver the presentation on behalf of him and UNESCO IG. As this session focuses on cutting-edge tools and policies for AI applications in higher education, I would like to begin with an overview of AI in higher education. So as this session focuses on cutting-edge tools and policies for AI application in education, I would like to begin with an overview of AI in higher education. As we all know, AI offers tremendous potential for new teaching, learning, and education management. Yet there are significant risks and challenges. For example, AI can be undermining human agency, violating data privacy, and exacerbating existing inequalities. Therefore, it's demanding for new skills and policies and ethical framework to ensure learning becomes more accessible, personalized, and adapting to the labor markets and lifelong learning. And here in Egypt, the Egypt National AI Strategy 2025 to 2030 highlights the importance of responsible AI, training, and continuous professional development for educators. This focus ensures AI becomes a tool for inclusive and lifelong learning. As a UNESCO Category 2 center, UNESCO Aichi shares the same goal. We are committed to promoting innovation in higher education through multi-stakeholder collaboration. Our flagship initiative, called the International Institute of Online Education, IIOE, serves as a global network offering free and open online courses to equip higher education professionals worldwide with the latest digital and AI skills. First of all, IIOE is itself a learning management system, LMS platform. It offers free online courses, webinars, micro-certification courses, and practical tools for higher education professionals. Up to now, there are more than 350 courses offered on the IOE platform, with 36 micro-certification courses in multiple languages, including English, Arabic, French, and Russian. In response to the rapid rise of AI, our IOE platform was recently upgraded with DeepSeek, integrating the latest technologies to assist educators. This new interface features a multilingual AI-powered chatbot that provides personalized teaching, learning, and research support. These features are free and also publicly available. Not only is IOE a LMS system, but also a global network of higher education stakeholders. To date, over 120 higher education institutions from 42 countries have joined the IOE network. We have also collaborated with international and regional organizations and enterprise partners. Through our 12 IOE national centers, we support localized implementation of IOE projects and organize policy dialogues to shape the higher education policy landscape. Now I would like to walk you through these IOE course offerings. The IOE course framework now includes 4 components. One is higher education teacher, HET, digital competency courses. The second one is generative AI course, and the third one is TVET courses, and also enterprise courses. These courses equip educators and professionals with future-ready digital skills. Firstly is the IOE HET digital competency courses. They provide a structured learning pathway for higher education professionals. Competency A series covers digital teaching essentials like presentation design and digital assessment. Competency B courses focus on the applied digital pedagogy. Competency C series builds skills in advanced teaching design, such as blended learning and project-based teaching. Competency T courses supports innovative teaching and research. This tiered approach helps educators systematically develop digital competency that are aligned with future professional growth. One of our key course offerings this year is the generative AI courses, which provides a comprehensive learning pathway with 4 key modules to help educators master AI technologies and ways of applying it into classroom scenarios. Firstly, we have this AI Foundations. This introduces the fundamentals and basic education applications of generative AI. The prompt and teaching with AI components explores designing AI-enhanced teaching strategies. The section on AI tools covers practical implementation like AI storytelling and chatbots creation. This year, we are developing more courses on AI plus disciplines, which demonstrates subject-specific applications of AI across different academic disciplines, such as AI plus medicine and AI plus engineering. Together, these courses equip educators to effectively incorporate AI tools into teaching while preparing students for an AI-driven era. In TVET, we offer industry-aligned skills-based courses in areas like smart manufacturing, cloud computing, new energy vehicles, and network technologies. These courses are designed to meet the practical needs of industries. Additionally, IOE partners with high-tech enterprises worldwide, for example, Alibaba Cloud, Baidu, and WPS, to co-develop courses with an aim to equip higher education professionals with hands-on skills that are aligned with industry needs. Looking ahead, our roadmap for developing discipline-specific AI courses in 2025 includes modules like AI plus education, AI plus life sciences, AI plus modern agriculture, with many more to come. To better assist the learners, we have also proposed a structured learning path. It helps higher education professionals progress step by step, beginning with building a solid foundation of knowledge, advancing to mastering practical skills, and culminating in the confident application of AI skills in their teaching and learning. Next, I would like to share how these courses are actually being implemented to support teacher training. Many courses on the IOE platform comes in the form of micro-certification. The IOE micro-certification project adopts a multi-stakeholder partnership model to drive impact. At UNESCO IG, we develop and have been upgrading the IOE platform as well as the courses for our partners. And firstly, we have the IOE National Center partners. They can leverage the IOE platform and tailor the training materials for localized implementation. The localized training is also expected to align with national policies. Our smart classroom project is also implemented at the IOE national centers to support their localized implementation. Secondly, we work with international organizations, and they can utilize this platform freely to develop and customize training programs for their networks as well. Thirdly, we seek policy support from local government entities to support the development and implementation of their national AI and education agendas. Lastly, we also work with enterprise to co-develop courses and content on cutting-edge technologies in AI. This collaborative approach ensures diverse needs are met, driving the digital transformation of higher education through joint efforts. In collaboration with our IOE national centers, the localized implementation of micro-certification courses has greatly benefited both professionals and institutions. For example, in Mongolia, we have this IOE Mongolia National Center hosted by Mongolian University of Science and Technology, has implemented 7 courses for over 1,800 trainees, and they have integrated this IOE micro-certification courses into their institutional teacher professional development framework. And another case is in Indonesia, we have this IOE Indonesia National Center hosted by Indonesia Cyber Education Institute. They have delivered 6 competency B courses, training over 400 faculty members across 7 higher education institutions in Indonesia. And they are planning to conduct digital competency training for 2 government bodies and are seeking endorsement and accreditation from Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Technology in Indonesia. Notably, our collaboration with IOE Egypt National Center has been very fruitful. We have co-developed 4 micro-certification courses and launched 14 tailored micro-certification courses on the IOE National Center, Egypt National Center platform, providing trainings for teachers from 23 Egyptian higher education institutions. We have also worked together to improve the IOE platform by co-developing the automatic learning notification function for IOE micro-certification courses. This collaboration reflects our commitment to developing localized technology-enhanced educational solutions. Our partnership with the IOE Egypt National Center showcased how global experience and expertise can be adapted to meet local needs, and we are proud to witness this positive impact of these initiatives across Egypt. Furthermore, in collaboration with international organizations, we also deliver tailored large-scale training for higher education professionals. For instance, we partnered with UNESCO IIT to develop the IOE Russian version and organize webinars which attracted over 1,000 higher education stakeholders from over 12 countries in Central Asia and Russian-speaking countries. Additionally, we worked with the Inter-University Council for East Africa, IUCEA, to conduct the Training of Trainers program aiming to benefit 160 member institutions within the IUCEA network. To support the localized implementation of trainings conducted by our partners, we have developed a dedicated webpage for every partner, whether an IOE national center, a university, a TVET institution, or an enterprise, to support their differentiated training needs. IOE partners, they can customize their dedicated page and deploy tailored courses on their page. To encourage and promote good practices of digital transformation in higher education, UNESCO IIT and BYD, one of the companies in China, we jointly launched the IOE Pioneer Case Award to acknowledge and incentivize innovative practices in higher education. This year, we're very proud to announce the 2025 edition of the Pioneer Case Award, themed IOE ecosystem-driven promising practices, empowering workforce innovation and collaboration. We encourage interested parties to apply and share your innovative cases and practices at this international platform. Applications are now open for 2025 Pioneer Case Awards with pre-registration closes on May the 30th. We encourage you to explore and apply to showcase your practice. Moving forward, IOE aims to diversify our resources and expand our target audience and innovate training modalities for higher education professionals. We will strengthen our collaboration with our partners globally to develop customized programs that meet their specific and local needs. The IOE Egypt National Center, for sure, will play a more significant and leading role in supporting teacher professional development here in Egypt. We aim to work together to ensure that IOE can serve as a useful tool in support of national digital transformation and AI agenda, including Egypt's National Strategy for Higher Education and Scientific Research 2030. Thank you.
Okay, we have 3 minutes, so we can have one question before we start the other presentation, if there is any questions.
طيب احنا دلوقتي هنستمع للبرزنتيشن بعنوان البيانات العميقة أداة ذكية لتمكين التعليم والبحث العلمي، يقدمها الأستاذ الدكتور محمد أحمد حسنين، مستشار نائب رئيس تعليمية جامعة الملك عبد العزيز، زميل أول أدفانس HI UK. اتفضل يا فندم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. It is okay to make the presentation bilingual, and I think our colleague from China has both. Okay, thank you. Okay, حقيقي بشكر شكر جزيل لجمعية القياس والتقويم دكتورة منى الزاهري على الدعوة اللي أنا يعني بعتبرها يعني السنوية اللي بتشرف فيها بالوجود معكم. ويعني احنا كانت البداية هنا من سنتين في 2023، وكانت اول سيشن اتكلمنا فيها عن ليرنينج اناليتكس، كنت سعيد ان بوجود استاذتي دكتوره ناديه بدراوي كانت هي التشيرمان للجلسه دي، ودي كانت البدايه فعلا. في خلال السنتين اللي فاتوا في بروجريس كتير، وعملنا ويبينارز كتيره وورش عمل كتير منهم كان مع دكتوره ناديه وكتير منهم مع جمعيه القياس والتقويم. فانا سعيد يعني للدعوه الكريمه اللي انا ما اقدرش اتاخر عنها واكون موجود مع حضراتكم. زي ما تفضلت كده، احنا النهارده بنتكلم على الداتا ساينس او استخدام تولز اللي هو الديب داتا GPT. يمكن دكتور شهاب في الجلسه اللي فاتت قال احنا بنستخدم الجينيراتيف AI، بس النهارده احنا جايين نتعمق ورا الجينيراتيف AI وندخل كده بعمق، مع ان احنا يعني ليس من الخبراء زي دكتور شهاب واساتذتنا في الكمبيوتر ساينس، عن الداتا ساينس او علوم البيانات. وحقيقي هدي لحضراتكم يعني في النهايه هديه يا رب تقبلوها. دي الشهاده اللي انا اخذتها من MIT في يونايتد ستيت في الداتا ساينس اند ماشين ليرنينج. الشهاده دي 4 شهور من الشغل والتعلم في البايثون والبروجرامينج في البايثون وفي انتروداكشن تو ماشين ليرنينج ديب ليرنينج، واتكلفت $2000. النهارده يعني انا بقدم لكم هديه ان شاء الله توفيرا للوقت والجهد، بس ان شاء الله هباخد الفلوس منكم باذن الله بعد ما تستخدموا الكاستمايز GPT which was developed to save time and to save money. بس الاهم من كده كمان ان هيخلينا introduce الداتا ساينس تو نون بروجرامر زي حالاتنا كده اللي ما عندهمش خلفيه في عمليه البرمجه والداتا ساينس. ده اللي هنحاول نعمل له انتروداكشن النهارده. طيب سريعا جدا يعني برضو عشان نكون بدانا بانتروداكشن للاي اي. هو الاي اي ايه هو اللي عمل لنا من اول ما بدا بشكل كبير في اخر 22؟ هي كانت محاوله من الكمبيوتر ساينتست تو ايميتيت الهيومن انتليجنس ان اول اوف اتس اسبكت. طب ايه الاسبكت دي؟ جزء يخص الكوجنيتيف اسبكت زي ما سمعنا النهارده في اكتر من جلسه. البلومز AI can recall, understand, analyze, apply, sensitize, evaluate. وموضوع الكرياتيفيتي والكرييشن اللي هي اخر ليفل او اعلى ليفل في البلومز يعني عندنا شويه كونسيرن اباوت ات. طيب هل بس جزئيه الكوجنيتيف؟ لا، ده هو كمان سبيشال سنس. هل بيقدر يشوف وبيسمع؟ بيقدر يشوف. احنا عندنا الGPS كله AI، وعندنا الساينس كتير كده زي ما كان دكتور شهاب بيقول لنا اسمه كمبيوتر فيجن، رؤيه الكمبيوتر، وده طبعا فيه تفاصيل كتير عليه. سبيك اند هير عندنا السيري وفي الموبايل وفي اللابتوبز بتسمع وتتكلم، دي AI. حتى السميلنج بقى دلوقتي ممكن يغذوا الكمبيوتر او AI بكم كبير من الداتا لها علاقه بالسميلنج، وبعد كده يقدر هو كان كرييت اور جنريت نيو اودر او بيرفيوم مثلا. طيب نيجي للجزء الاخير. طب بيتحرك او يقدر يعمل كنترول للحركه؟ طبعا عندنا زمايلنا الجراحين الروبوتك سيرجري والاوتوميتد كار والدرايف اللي هي الدرايف ليس كار والمونوريل والقطار الكهربائي كلهم قائمين على الاي اي. طيب الارتفيشال انتليجنس خلاص عرفناه اللي هو محاوله تو ميمكس الهيومن انتليجنس ان اول اتس اسبكت. But what is related to other بقى sophisticated terminology؟ عندنا الماشين ليرنينج او تعلم الاله، ده احد السبسيت او احد الاجزاء الهامه جدا من الاي اي، اللي هو احنا بندرب الاله على كميه كبيره من الداتا، لارج داتا، باستخدام اللي انا بقى اتعلمته في خلال 4 شهور ما يسمى الالجوريزم او الخوارزميات، وفيها احصاء وفيها ماس، مالناش دعوه برضو بالتفاصيل المعقده دي. طيب في سبسيت منها اكثر تعقيدا اللي هو الديب ليرنينج او التعلم العميق. الجماعه واساتذتنا في الكمبيوتر ساينس وير انسبايرد بالهيومن نيورو سايت، ومعانا اكيد كم كبير من الاطباء وبناتنا واولادنا في كليه الطب. الهيومن نيورو سايت عباره عن ايه؟ عباره عن دندروسايت linked together with chemical transmitter or neurotransmitter. هم عملوا كده layers من الماشين ليرنينج اكثر تعقيدا وعمقا عشان في النهايه يكون التشابه للهيومن انتليجنس اكتر واقرب، عشان يكون التفكير خلاص انا بعمل بقى مخ جديد، فالمخ ده يكون تفكيره اقرب للعقل البشري. يبقى دول 3 تيرم: artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. وبالنسبه للاي اي احنا عندي 3 انواع. عندي النارو او الديب، هو اسمه نارو او ويك بس هو مش نارو. هو ده كان زي ما قال لنا بقى دكتور شهاب، الاي اي ده بادي من فتره طويله، كنت اعمل سبيسيفيك موديل على حاجه معينه كده تو بريدكت ديزيز تو بريدكت ستودنت اوتكمز، بس متخصص في حاجه معينه. واحنا في مرحله بدات يمكن ظهرت قوي من بدايه التشات جي بي تي والفرقه بتاعته الممبرز كلها بتاعت التشات بوت اللي هي الجنريتيف اي اي، اللي هو الاي اي اللي كان جنريت ايمج اوديو فيديو تكست الى اخره. احنا في مرحله بقى دلوقتي اللي احنا بنسميها السترونج او السترونج ارتفيشال انتليجنس، اللي هو الجنرال ارتفيشال انتليجنس، اللي هو مرحله ان الاي اي ما يشتغلش مونو موديل، ما يبقاش بتاع كتابه بس، لا ده يبقى زي الانسان كده بيعمل كل حاجه، يبقى مالتي موديل، او زي ما دكتور شاب قال اللي هو الاي اي ايجنت، وكلاء الذكاء الاصطناعي، ان انا ممكن ادي الامر للذكاء الاصطناعي يعمل لي يشتغل بدالي. طيب قبل ما هبدا واحنا الوقت بيجري بسرعه يعني، هنسال نفسنا سؤال: از سيف ان انا استخدم الاي اي او التشات جي بي تي في اي مجال؟ احنا النهارده بنتكلم في الاسسمنت وخاصه في الاسسمنت، فده يتطلب بعض اسئله. السؤال الاول هبدا كده بسم الله واسال نفسي: تفرق معايا اتماتر ان اللي هيطلعه لي ده يكون اكيوريت او ولا لا؟ لو لا، زي مثلا بقول له انا عايز بلان، انا مسافر في حته، فمش مشكله هيقول لي روح بالقطر، روح بالعربيه، روح ماشي، مش مشكله. انما لو اتز ماتر زي عندنا في الاسسمنت، هسال نفسي سؤال تاني: هل انا عندي القدره تو فيريفاي الكوركتنس او الاكيورسي في المعلومات دي؟ لو ما عنديش هقول لحضراتكم معلش خلينا جنب بعض كده، ات از نوت سيف تو يوز الاي اي. بس لو عندي القدره يبقى محتاج اسال سؤال تاني، اللي هو هل انا اقدر اخد الفول ريسبونسبيلتي لو في اي ميستيكس، سواء بقى ميديكال ليجال انتجريتي. انا ما عنديش القدره ان انا اخد المسؤوليه دي، هنقول it is unsafe to use الاي اي ان اكاديمي على سبيل المثال. طب لو خلاص انا اقدر اخد الريسبونسبيلتي، هنقول لك ايه؟ it is possible to use الاي اي in research in medicine الى اخره. وده it is not يعني my guideline، ده من اليونسكو اللي احنا كنا بنتكلم عنها دلوقتي، ده is from يونسكو في 2023. عشان كده بنلاقي في التشات جي بي تي ومعظم البرامج كود كده صغير زي التدخين ضار جدا بالصحه، بيقول ايه؟ تشات جي بي تي may make mistakes to check important information. مش كده وبس، ده سام التمان، يعني زي ما بيقولوا كده، ده السي او اوف اوبن اي اي، زي ما بيقولوا كده بتعبيرنا في السعوديه، ده واحد من اهل البيت من شركه اوبن اي اي، بيقول ايه؟ it is a mistake to be relying on chat GPT for anything important now. وبالتالي يبقى احنا مهم جدا احنا كمان تو تشيك. وده لسببين اتقالوا في وسط الكلام النهارده، عشان ظاهرتين معروفين بالنسبه للاي اي. الاي اي هالوسينيشن، انه ساعات بيهلوس بدون الدخول في تفاصيل موضوع الهلوسه، ومرتبطه بظاهره اخرى اسمها الاي اي بلاك بوكس. بدخل برومبت يدخل في البلاك بوكس، ما اعرفش ايه اللي بيتم جوه، ولا حتى الكمبيوتر ساينتست بيعرفوا ايه اللي بيتم في البلاك بوكس من الوجوريزم وحسابات واحصائيات، ويديني النتيجه اللي ممكن تكون خاطئه. طيب، دي كانت مقدمه سريعه عن الاي اي، الماشين ليرنينج، الديب ليرنينج، والكونسيدريشن قبل ما نستخدم الاي اي. طب نيجي ندخل بقى الجزئيه اللي هي بفلوس دي، اللي هي النهارده هنقولها كده سريعا كده وندي تول ليها، اللي هي الداتا ساينس فور نون بروجرامر. يعني ايه داتا ساينس، او يعني ايه علوم بيانات؟ الفكره كلها انا عندي بيانات، وكلنا عندنا بيانات كثيره، وخاصه فيما يخص الاديوكيشن بالنسبه لنا النهارده، محتاجين تو اكستراكت الانسايت فروم داتا ثرو ايه بقى؟ الاناليسيز وستاتستكس وفيجواليزيشن، وفي الاخر احول الداتا دي لانفورميشن عشان تساعدني في اتخاذ القرار. طيب، انا محتاج ان انا اجمع الداتا، اعمل لها كليننج، وطبعا بقى اساتذتنا في الاحصاء اشطر مننا في الكلام ده، ولحد ما اعمل لها اناليسيز انتربريتيشن، واطلع تقرير فور سولفينج بروبلم. والهدف مني ان انا حاجه تساعدني في اتخاذ القرار. في التراديشنال، انا مش عايز تراديشنال، او الطريقه الطبيعيه، بنعمل ايه؟ محتاج يكون حد عنده بروجرامينج سكيلز، statistical اكسبيرينس، ودومين. احنا بالنسبه لنا اعتقد ان احنا عندنا الحمد لله الدومين نولج، سواء كان education، سواء كان هيلث، سواء كان ميديسن، عندنا الجزئيه دي. بس مش كلنا عنده البروجرامينج سكيلز ولا عنده الاستاتستيكال اكسبرتيز، وهو ده هدفنا النهارده. طبعا الداتا ساينس في كل المجالات هتنفعني، علوم، وده طبعا حاجه كمان يعني ورثي ان هي كمان تجيب دخل زي ما بيقولوا. بزنس جروس، فاينانشال انسايت، هيلث كير ادفانسمنت، الريتيل ترانسفورميشن، الايكونوميك، دول زي ما نقول هتغطي لي حاجات كتيره يهمنا النهارده فيما يخص الاديوكيشن ويخص الاسسمنت. محتاجه تاني الدومينز بتاعتها زي ما قلنا، دومين اكسبرتيز وات ايفر التخصص بتاعنا، ماثيماتكس وستاتستكس، وعايزين بعد كده كمبيوتر ساينس، وفي الاخر بقى كوميونيكيشن، تو كوميونيكيت الريزلت او الريبورت للستيك هولدرز، سواء التقرير ده خاص بتعليم، خاص باي حاجه محتاجين ان احنا نوصله. طيب، في برامج ممكن تساعدني في الكلام ده، تشات جي بي تي ممكن، وخاصه المودلز العاليه فيه 3.5 او دلوقتي ال 0.3 اسف، وال 4.5 لما يطلع. اليوليوس واحد من برامج الاي اي، الابلكيشن اوف ذا اي اي، متخصصه في الاحصاء بس. وعندي الباور دريل، دول 3 اعتقد مهمين جدا، ونبدا بالفري بالذات في اليوليوس والباور دريل، في موضوع ان انا استخدمه از داتا ساينتست. خطواتنا في الداتا ساينس، انا عايز اشتغل كداتا ساينتست، عندي بروبلم ديفينيشن، وات ايفر البروبلم دي، عايز اشوف مثلا بريدكشن للستودنت في او نتائج ليرنينج اوت كامز، او نتائج اسسمنت، فهي دي عايز احللها واخد انسايت منها. اعمل داتا كولكشن، داتا كليننج، ومعظم اساتذتنا في الاحصاء يقولوا ان موضوع الداتا كليننج ده هو اكتر حاجه تشالنجينج ليه، او بتاخد وقت طويل. فانا هعمل داتا كليننج والداتا بروسيسنج وتجهيز الداتا ديت، بعدين اعمل لها اناليسيز وموديلنج. طبعا موضوع الموديل ده داخل تحته في الماشين ليرنينج وتريننج للماشينز وموديل كتيره، برضه سكوب يعني بالنسبه لنا احنا غير متخصصين هيكون معقد شويه. اعمل لها ايفالويشن بعد كده، وفي الاخر يديني ريبورت عشان اعمل كوميونيكيشن للريبورت ده لديفرنت ستيك هولدر. مهم جدا، واتقالت يمكن النهارده، ان انا اكون اعرف اعمل برومت، اكتب برومت كويس، اللي احنا السكيلز اللي بنسميها البرومت انجينيرنج. واحيانا بندي دوره كامله كده عن البرومت انجينيرنج ازاي تكتبه، فدي مهمه جدا عشان اقدر اتعامل مع الابلكيشنز اللي هشتغل بيها. طيب ده كده كان زي ما بيقولوا كده ايه ما يخص الداتا ساينس ببساطه. عندي داتا عايز امشي بيها خطوه بخطوه لحد ما اعمل لها اناليسيز، وبعدين اطلعها في صوره تقرير يساعد الناس في الديسيشن ميكنج. طب انا ايه اللي عملته؟ من الحاجات اللي بيوفرها لنا الشات جي بي تي بلس ان هو بيتيح لنا ان انا اعمل كاستمايز جي بي تي اللي هو تailored فور سبيسيفيك تاسك برضه وبسهوله بطريقه فريندلي. ويمكن ان شاء الله هشارك مع حضراتكم في النهايه اليوتيوب تشانل بتاعتي، هنلاقي اكتر من فيديو هاو تو ديفلوب يور كاستمايز جي بي تي. الكاستم جي بي تي ده اسمه ديب داتا جي بي تي. طب ده بيعمل ايه؟ سريعا كده نعرف يعني ايه كاستمايز جي بي تي. عندي جنريتيف اي تولز كتيره زي الشات جي بي تي والديب سيك والكميه دي كل ده كله دول جنريتيف. انما انا عايز يكون عندي حاجه زي الشات جي بي تي بس اديله سبيشالايزد تريننج بداتا معينه ونولج معينه، وادي له كمان اوامر محدده كاستم انستراكشنز، والهدف من ده عشان يشتغل لفوكس ابلكيشن. ممكن اعمل واحد عشان يعمل لي ريسيرش بروبوزل، واحد يعمل لي بنك اسئله، ممكن واحد يعمل لي فول اكزام مانجمنت زي اللي انا عامله كده، يبدا لي كل خطوات الاسسمنت. يبقى ده لفوكس ابلكيشن. والفرق بينه وما بين الجنريتيف اي اي اللي احنا بنقوله ده ان هو tailored for specific use case can include custom knowledge عشان ايه؟ certain او specific task. ده الديب داتا جي بي تي اللي هو هيشتغل as an expert data scientist and AI specialist capable of handling data processing, management, analysis, visualization, also develop machine learning models, natural language processing and deep learning solution. طيب انا عملته ازاي ده وهيساعد حضراتكم ازاي؟ زي ما قلنا كده هو كاستمايز جي بي تي، خد اكسبرت نولج، بس النولج دي انا اديتها له عباره عن ريفرنس لكل اللي انا اتعلمته بقى في البايثون والماشين ليرنينج والديب ليرنينج، اديتها له كلها وقلت له ده المعلومات اللي انت هتمشي بيها. وبالتالي هو كمان متدرب على كل ما يخص از ا داتا ساينتست. طيب وبيعمل ايه؟ يعمل لي الداتا كليننج، يعمل لي اللي احنا بنسميها اكسبلوراتوري اناليسيس او اكسبلوراتوري داتا اناليسيس، يعمل لي موديل الحاجات اللي هي بقى المعقده بتاعت الماشين ليرنينج، وكمان يديني انتر اكتيف داشبورد. بس لسه جزئيه الداشبورد دي لسه مش ويل ماتيور ان هو يديني الداشبورد او التايم سيريس. لو انا عندي سوشيال ميديا يوتيوب او عندي لينكد ان ممكن يعمل لي اناليسيس ليها ويديني ريكومنديشن اعمل ايه تو امبروف الويب سايتس بتاعتي. بالنسبه لنا احنا في الريسيرش اناليسيس اكسبيرمنتال داتا، اديني اناليسيس كامل ليها، اسيست في البيبر رايتنج وبالريفرنس. عايز اعمل موديل ماشين ليرنينج موديل يقدر يعمل لي ماشين بريدكتيف موديل على سبيل المثال، ويعمل لي فيجواليزيشن تو ماي ريسيرش. نبدا ازاي؟ ابلود الداتا، اساله الاسئله اللي انا عايزها، وفي لسته بقى تبقى مع حضراتكم البرومت حتى كمان جاهزه. اقول له اعمل لي فيجواليزيشن، وبعد كده اكسبورت الريزلت في صوره ريبورت كامل هيقدر يعمل الكلام ده. طيب ايه الخلفيه اندر ذا هود من الكلام ده؟ في ايه؟ عندي فاين تيون برومبتنج ده هو اخده، فيجواليزيشن لايبرري الكلام بتاع الداتا ساينس بقى والماشين ليرنينج كله عنده، ناتشرال لانجوج بروسيسنج تولز موجوده عنده، كور تكنولوجيز خاصه بالبايثون والبانداز ده كلام كله بقى في الدبس بتاع بس ده اللي هيشتغل بيه مش محتاج ده كله، لان ده كله ده خلاص هو اتدرب عليه. ويديني بعض الداشبورد زي ما حضراتكم شفتوا كده. طبعا اكيد يعني ان شاء الله وهذا ما اتمناه ان هو يكون تايم سيفنج، يسبورت لحضراتكم، يساعد حتى في التريننج للستودنت والاوتوميشن. بس هيبقى عندنا بعض السكيورتي، انا بس يعني وان مور مينت. داتا برايفسي نخلي بالنا من هذه الجزئيه، الايثيكال براكتس، الترانسبيرنسي ده هيكون مهم جدا بالنسبه لنا. ممكن اللي حابب بقى يعني ناخد خطوه للامام كمان، انستتيوشنال انتجريشن نخلي بالنا من السيتيشن مانجمنت. ممكن يتعمل له اللي احنا بنسميها الاي بي اي اكسبانشن، ان انا ادخله او اعمل له اللي احنا بنسميها الابلكيشن بلاتفورم انترفيس، ان انا ادخله مع يبقى انتجريتد مع برامج اخرى. وطبعا محتاجين يبقى فيه تريننج برضو عليه. طيب ده كده يعني ايه، ده بعض امثله اللي يقدر يعمله. الجزء الاخير ما نقدرش نغفل واحنا بنتكلم عن الاي اي جزئيه التشالنج بتاعت الايثكس. لان احنا عندنا تشالنج ما نقدرش نغفل ان الاي اي فيه تشالنج انكلودنج الاكاديميك انتجريتي، البرايفسي، اللاك اوف ريجوليشن. بس الحمد لله بدا يبقى فيه ريجوليشن للاي اي. يعني هدي لحضراتكم مثال، واكيد عندنا هنا في مصر فيه موضوع البايز، موضوع الجندر والدايفرسي، في بايز برضو في الجزئيه دي. الاكسسبيلتي، مش كلنا عندنا، مش كل الدول عندها اكسسبيلتي لكل الاي اي، ولو كان عندها هيبقى هنخش في قصه الكوميرشاليزيشن، او الموضوع في بيزنس وفي دفع فلوس لو انت عايز مور اوبشن. عشان كده في شويه تشالنج زي ما قلنا، الداتا برايفسي والبايز، التراست والاكسبتنس. مش كل الناس هتبقى تراستد في الموديل ده الا اذا اتاكدت وعملت له فيريفيكيشن بصفه عامه، مش ده للاي اي بصفه عامه. وطبعا شويه تكنيكال تشالنجز، بس التكنيكال تشالنجز دي الحمد لله بقت اسهل في وجود الاي اي، سهل كتير قوي زي ما قلت لحضراتكم كده في موضوع تعلم الايه البروجرامينج والى اخره. نخلي بالنا الميس يوز اوف اي اي، وخاصه احنا بنتكلم النهارده في الاديوكيشن والريسيرش، ان الميس يوز قد يكلفنا الريتراكشن للبيبر بتاعتنا which will affect the reputation of ourself and the reputation of our institution. ممكن نبدا سامبل وبراكتس ريجولاري، وبعد كده كاستمايز الاكسبيرينس بتاعتنا، وممكن تو اكسباند التجارب بتاعتنا. يمكن احنا في جامعه الملك عبد العزيز عشان كده عملنا policy and guidelines for the use of AI in teaching learning حتى for administration. والتو كيو ار كود دول مع حضراتكم فيهم الفول دوكيومنت بتاع البوليسي. ختاما شكرا لحضراتكم. ده ماي ديجيتال كارد، هتلاقوا فيه يعني لو حضراتكم عايزين بس الفول برزنتيشن بس تواصلوا معايا على الواتس، ابعت لحضراتكم الفول برزنتيشن. ديجيتال كارد في الواتساب، في اليوتيوب، في لينكد ان، في كل التفاصيل الخاصه بيا. يعني انا عارف ان الوقت كان ضيق بس حاولت اوصل يعني ما استطيعه في الربع ساعه، وخاصه استخدام الديب داتا. يا ريت حتى لو استخدمتوه ادوني فيدباك، لان هو لسه دي في مرحله البايلوتنج، يعني قابل للتحديث بناء على الفيدباك بتاع حضراتكم. شكرا جزيلا، وشكرا جزيلا مره ثانيه لكم الدعوه. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.
شكرا جزيلا يا دكتور محمد. ممكن لو سؤال واحد.
دكتور محمد الف شكر. انا اسمي غدا الخياط، انا استاذ في جامعه اسكندريه. بشكر حضرتك على البرزنتيشن، وبشوف ان حضرتك عملت حاجه مهمه جدا جدا، يمكن اتكلمنا فيها كتير قبل كده بس ما خدناش خطوات، اللي هي موفينج. احنا يعني في هذا الجزء من العالم moving from the consumption side to the production side. وانا بشكر حضرتك شكرا جزيلا. عندي two comments. The first regarding التولز اللي حضرتك اقترحتها، يمكن based على تخصصي وشغلي وكذا. الاي اي literacy بقت must، يعني الليترسي ما بقتش بقى قرايه وكتابه وكده، الاي اي literacy is a must. والتولز كل يوم بتتطور. maybe in addition to what you have proposed في الداتا ساينس، انا بقترح على الزملاء والطلاب يكسبلوروا اورنج كتول للداتا ساينس، وشركه اورنج اللي عاملاه وهو اتس ليفت فور ايفري ون. وكمان جوجل كولاب، اتس ان انفايرمنت رائعه رائعه رائعه. ولو استنينا نتعلم كود النهارده ان لو كود نو كود وورد مش هنوصل يعني لليترسي كويسه. فده مقترح صغير. الحاجه الثانيه، انا بنادي يعني ان المشروع اللي حضرتك يعني خليني اقول بلاش building your own GPT، اقول building our own GPT، عشان يمكن اوبن اي اي لما عملوا تشات جي بي تي از نوت بتاع غاده او العفو الدكتور محمد او كذا او كذا. فmaybe we need to build an Egyptian and Arab technology. دي حاجه احنا فايتنا فيها سنين طويله. بشكر حضرتك شكرا جزيلا.
دايما انا نفسي بنادي بيه يمكن في نهايه كل ورشه عمل او ويبنار. احنا دلوقتي شايفين قد ايه الكومبيتيشن او الورز اللي ما بين تشاينا ويونايتد ستيت about the models and about AI, but still we are in between this and this. But we need فعلا ان احنا نكون to have our applications, our models and train our new generation على ان احنا نكون فعلا عندنا هنا including بقى our own data, our own server. ده ما نتمناه، وانا شايف فيه الحمد لله في انفستمنت كبير شايفه على مستوى السعوديه على صناعه هناك، وشايفه في مصر برضه في مصر. بس الموضوع محتاج اكتر عشان في النهايه يبقى فعلا الجيل الجديد فعلا زي ما حضرتك تفضلتي كده يتطور ويستفيد فعلا من هذه التكنولوجيا، تبقى حاجه اور اون. فشكرا لحضرتك فعلا، يعني التوصيتين اهم من بعض. شكرا جزيلا لحضرتك.
شكرا دكتور محمد. البوك القادم بعنوان ملف الإنجليزي. الأستاذ دكتور محمد هاني رئيس قسم طب الأسرة والمجتمع كلية الطب والعلوم الصحية جامعة الخليج العربي بالبحرين. دكتور محمد.
شكرا جزيلا لحضرتك. Thank you for the invitation by the society and Prof. and the scientific committee. I'm very thankful to be here for it's my second time actually. I missed the last year conference. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to present our experience in the Department of Family Medicine at the Arabian Gulf University. We have a postgraduate program, which is the Clinical Master in Family Medicine, and it's a WONCA accredited program. Among the standards of accreditation by WONCA, WONCA is the International Organization of Family Medicine. Among the standards, many standards actually can be served by using the e-portfolio to improve the training process, to have a solid assessment which is formative and summative of the trainees, and being a trainee center program, as well as for evaluation of training, governance and administration of the program, and the continuous renewal of the content. So we wanted to have this. We wanted to have some kind of trainee centeredness in our program. We wanted to identify the specific gaps of each trainee and provide tailored interventions to help each trainee to achieve the program outcomes and achieve his own outcomes based on his own requirements, and fixing his gaps and fixing his problems while being in the process of or the experience of in this program. And also this includes, of course, as was mentioned before, the formative and the feedback that follows the formative evaluation, the formative assessment, and allowing them to be engaged, really engaged in the process of development. And I personally like to call formative assessment a developmental assessment tools or assessment for learning, as of course most of you know this. So we use the e-portfolio to help us and help the trainees and help other stakeholders that I'm going to mention soon to improve how we govern and manage this program as an academic committee. So this is Moodle. All of you know about it, and these are I'm sorry about the small font, but this how the interface from the user side, from the student side, where he is obliged to upload a number of case write-ups, summary of the daily cases that he encounters in the practice or in the clinical training, as well as educational activities, and some of also recording of the skills and procedures that he performs or he observes with his clinical trainer. So this e-portfolio has multiple stakeholders: the trainees, the trainers, the mentors, and the academic committee. So we have multiple layers. The trainees can, of course, have some kind of reflective learning regarding what they are providing and evaluate themselves. The trainers use this to ensure that the trainees are fulfilling the requirements and that they properly reflect the diversity of cases that they are practiced on. We have another layer which is a very important, that adds value actually to this training program, which is the mentors. We have a mentorship program where each mentor is responsible for about 5 trainees, and this mentor has an access to this e-portfolio, but not through the Moodle, through a dashboard that I'm going to demonstrate. The mentor can look at the dashboard and can have some kind of general impression about the quantity, the diversity of cases that the trainee is encountering, as well as the quality, because he can go and read the case report or the case write-up and can have some kind of case-based discussions with the trainee. Finally, for us as an academic committee, of course, we evaluate the trainees, we evaluate the training that's going in place, we provide, and we have this important step, which is the half-annual review process. We invite all the trainees of the program in a long schedule to sit with the academic committee each 6 months, where the evidence and the e-portfolio content is explored, all the workplace-based assessment and the formative assessment is explored, and based on the revision of the data that we have, we provide some kind of centralized, individualized, tailored interventions, guidance to the trainees to help them improve. Of course, by looking at the dashboard, of course, that's designed for us as academic committee, we can adjust the content of the curriculum, and not only this, but also adjust the blueprint of the exam and how the topics are distributed in the exam, because or sampled, because that sometimes we misinterpret for example, the prevalence of one of the conditions. We are a family medicine program. We have a variety of cases out there. Sometimes we think theoretically that this case is very prevalent, it's very important, but what comes from the dashboard and what comes from the reports of the trainees, the cases that they have actually encountered in reality is different, and this requires an adjustment not only in the content of the curriculum but also in the exam blueprint. So this is a diagram that shows the levels and how is it developed. So the mentorship program and how it's involved in providing the feedback to the trainees and to the academic committee in order to have some kind of insightful decisions or informed decisions. So there are guidelines for the mentorship. There are key performance indicators generated from the e-portfolio to the dashboard. There are in-depth interviews to discuss the challenges with the trainees, and there are corrective actions. And this will be conveyed to the academic committee and to the program coordinator to take whatever action. This is how the dashboard at the level of the mentors and the academic committee looks like. And we have these indicators, colorful, very nice, simply provide some kind of information of how the trainee is performing regarding the number of cases or the number of skills that he is conducting within the program. Each of these signs and colors has a meaning that we are trained for, and the mentors also are trained for. And then, of course, all of these are clickable, and we can go, for example, for these cases that this trainee wrote, and we can go and pick one of the cases and start discussing this case with the trainee. What were you thinking about this, as in a formal case-based discussion session. The other thing regarding this is that having this number, we have 80 trainees in this program. For us, as in I work in Bahrain, for 80 in Bahrain is a huge number. But having this data, number of cases entered by a number of trainees will provide us with excellent resource of Professor Nadia has also a problem with the small numbers and how it's applicable, but consider it as a pilot, Prof. This is a postgraduate. We have this rich bank of data. These are actual cases that were encountered. It's a problem-oriented medical record case. These are actual cases encountered in our program. They represent the reality, they represent the practice and the presentation of the conditions in the community. We can take these simply with a custom ChatGPT and turn them into OSCE or MCQ questions that will be very valid and representative of what is happening in reality and not in the books of our specialty. So this is what I've described before, a half-annual review process. We invite all the trainees for a scheduled meeting with the academic committee where all the evidence is explored in front of the trainee and discussed openly. Why are you underperforming? What are the challenges that they are facing? What are your gaps? To identify your gaps. What is the best way? What's our advice as an experienced professors in this specialty on how to close the gap and how to improve your performance as a trainee. And this is, of course, a potential shift to programmatic assessment in our program. Hopefully it will be so. As a department, this is the dashboard, of course, again, for another dashboard that this is from actual dashboard that will explore the program performance. How many cases were encountered, how many doctors were trained, and how many cases per month, the types of cases. This is very important for us for the adjusting the curriculum content and the exam blueprint. And for example, for the procedures, were they observed or practiced, and the approval, each content within the e-portfolio needs approval from the trainer. This is how it looks from the student side, and we also have access to this. We will see the number of cases encountered by this student, what type of cases, categories, what types of, and what are the specific cases that this student encountered. And also we can evaluate the trainer and see how diverse this trainer is, the cases that he's training the students on, and what kinds of cases are there. We are using some kind of classification for primary care to address this. This is an ongoing work, but it is still under development. But I just wanted to share with you how these dashboards are beautiful. They provide you with a comprehensive evaluation of what is going on the ground, provide you with rich data that you can use and develop your own questions and interventions. So these dashboards provide opportunities for multiple corrective actions at the level of the program, as mentioned before. At the level of trainees, we had trainees with psychiatric problems that we have referred to psychiatric consultants to help them with. Trainees with social problems that we managed to provide them guidance, in addition, of course, to the traditional trainees with educational challenges and problems in, for example, they are not in agreement with their trainer, or they are lagging behind regarding the topics that they need to cover. All of these were taken care to by using this system. And this is a published study done by our team regarding not the dashboard, but regarding the mentorship, which is a core component of this effort to use data, summarize them in a proper way that fits each stakeholder to help him take corrective actions and decisions, that these decisions are not at the program level only, but also personalized, tailored decisions for each trainee to help him achieve the objectives of the program. Thank you very much. I think I'm done before time. Thank you.
شكرا دكتور محمد على التوك مليانه معلومات ومليانه حاجات قيمه. لو في اي اسئله اتفضلوا. في سؤال؟ طيب شكرا جزيلا.
شكرا جزيلا.
احنا فاضلنا بس يعني توك واحده كمان. قبل بس ما انتروديوس التوك ده، اسمحوا لي بس اشير بيرسونال اكسبيرينس. اعتقد ده هتبقى ليها علاقه بالتوك اللي جايه، اللي هي انا مستنيها بفارغ الصبر يعني. انا الحقيقه جاي النهارده، اول حاجه شكرا على الانفيتيشن الكريمه. انا النهارده جاي يعني زي ما بيقول كده wearing two hats، يعني عندي حاجتين. انا بشتغل في شركه تكنولوجي بقالي 25 سنه في المجال ده، ومؤخرا كمان بقيت بدرس في الجامعه الامريكيه. وعشان كده التوك اللي جاي ده اللي هو ازاي ممكن نستعمل الاي اي ان هو يعمل لنا اسئله للطلبه وحاجات وخلافه. اعتقد ده مهم جدا. انا بيرسونلي بستعمل الاي اي جامد جدا في كل ما يتعلق بالتدريس. بطلب من الطلبه ان هم يستعملوا اي اي. انا عارف ان في ناس ممكن تكون ضد الموضوع ده، بس انا لما برجع بالزمن كده، لما الواحد كان في الكليه ويجي يستعمل كالكوليتر، ما حدش كان بيقول ما تستعملش الكالكوليتر او ما تستعملش الاوتوكاد مثلا في الهندسه. فاعتقد ان احنا محتاجين نقول لهم لا، استعملوا اي اي، واحنا كمان نستعمل اي اي، ونرفع المستوى بتاع الاكسبيرينس التدريس كلها للطلبه والتدريس يعني. طيب اسمحوا لي اقدم البرزنت اللي جاي. السيشن اللي جايه هي ثوره في التقييم باستخدام الذكاء الاصطناعي، مستقبل بنوك الاسئله الذكيه. والبرزنتر دكتوره صفيه البدوي، الرئيس التنفيذي لمنصه كونكت الرائده في التقييم الذكي.
ماسك المايك صوتي عليه. managing two things at the same time. أنا يعني واحدة عندي ADHD، وبالتالي عندي challenge كبير. مساء الخير. طبعا it's a huge challenge إن أنا أجي في آخر اليوم، بس اعتمادي الكلي هو على أهمية الموضوع، و قد ايه احنا محتاجين ده دلوقتي، ومحتاجين نتكلم فيه ونبتدي ناخد خطوات فعليه فيه، خصوصا بعد انبوتس كتيره جدا سمعتها في خلال اليوم من اساتذتنا يعني دكتور علي، دكتور جيهان، دكتور سناء، دكتور ريهام، اتكلمنا كتير عن الاي اي، ودكتور مجدي شعبان طبعا. فخلينا نشوف كده ازاي هنقدر نستعمل ده في الايتم بانكس. انا صفيه البدويهي، founder and CEO of Correct. بس قبل ما نبتدي خلينا ناخد few moments for major announcements. الحقيقة we are honored to announce Correct as the industry partner for MESA. MESA اللي هي جمعية العلمية للقياس والتقويم التابعة لاتحاد الجامعات العربية. We're very honored to be the industry partner for MESA. Second announcement, we're celebrating 5 years of partnership with عين شمس University. وهنشوف يعني the journey with عين شمس University in 1 minute video. بس الحقيقة it was a lot and huge efforts have been done by all the teams in ASU, starting من رئيس الجامعة وكل التيمز اللي اشتغلت معانا في البروجكت لحد دلوقتي. وهنشوف الامباكت بتاع ده كمان في الفيديو اللي جاي. الاخر announcement واهمهم الحقيقه ان احنا we're announcing عين شمس University to be the first university to adopt AI in the item banks and in the assessment integrated مع Correct. والحقيقه بما انه دكتور احمد سلامه يعني is interested in this, this is based on Azure OpenAI full integration with Correct. والحقيقه allow me to thank كل مايكروسوفت تيم اللي موجودين معانا for their great support in the journey so far. خلينا نشوف الفيديو كده.
In 2021, Ain Shams University embraced a new era in assessment and evaluation, powered by Correct. Ain Shams University, one of Egypt's leading institutions, joined forces with Correct to revolutionize and redefine the future of assessments. 5 years of dedication and collaboration between Ain Shams University leadership, faculty professors, and Correct's expert teams have led to this moment. Proud to have Correct implemented across all 21 colleges, streamlining every type of exam on a single platform. With more than 250,000 students and 10,000 modules created across all colleges, covering every subject and language, Correct has enabled the creation of over 500,000 electronic and paper exams, all streamlined through one platform. And behind every exam is a vast, rich question bank with over 1 million questions created, reviewed, and aligned to the highest academic standards, supporting over 4,000 subjects, showcasing Correct's scale of impact across diverse academic fields. Ain Shams University is the first to fully integrate AI into assessments, from question creation to essay marking and beyond. With Correct's AI technology, Ain Shams is pioneering smarter, more efficient assessments, transforming education. This collaboration showcases how innovation, leadership, and dedication can revolutionize the future of education.
Thank you, Ain Shams team, for this collaboration, and looking forward for more with this announcement happening today with integrating and adopting AI. Let's move to the presentation and what we will discuss. As we all see during all the day, AI in education, this is a game changer in the education at all, but also in the assessments. It's becoming very essential to modern learning. Traditional assessments struggle to keep up with the need of having a fairness, flexibility, and personalization. And let's mark this word personalization, because this is becoming very, very important. Institutions face mounting pressure to align even with the standards like SDG 4, and we discussed this in the morning, to have equality and to have diverse to support all the diverse needs of the students. And we also discussed learning styles زي ما دكتور جيهان كانت بتتكلم عليها. Without having a system in place, you will not be able, we will not be able to achieve this. So let's see how the assessments are evolving. We're moving from paper to digital exams to even more adaptive exams, very personalized. We want to move from summative to continuous formative assessments, and we discussed this already. And the different panels showed us the importance of having formative assessments, and this is a continuous process. Without the support of having systems in place, we'll not be able to do this with our own capabilities. The emphasis is moving from ordinary assessments to be competency based. We need to assess the skills of the students individually, not even an assessment for everyone. And also, we mentioned that we want to use the assessment for learning, and we want to provide feedback for the students and for the professors as well. And we need to have this as real-time analytics, not by the end of this term or by the end of the year. We want this to be an ongoing process, and to have it as like an automated process عشان ما يبقاش عندنا load كبير على الستاف وعلى professors while they are working and having and adopting this techniques. AI is accelerating this shift, automating routine tasks and safeguarding academic integrity, and this is very important, and making assessments more responsive and inclusive. This is very important. طيب احنا اتكلمنا من شويه قلنا عين شمس وبقى عندنا 1 million questions في الكويستشن بانك بتاع عين شمس يونيفرسيتي لوحدها, serving more than 21 of colleges بكل تخصصاتهم. Is this enough? At this stage, and we after 5 years, we're seeing challenge in this. The traditional item banks are facing challenges. لأنه مبدئيا المانوال question creating is time consuming وبتاخد وقت كتير من البروفيسورز. فاحنا محتاجين support to ensure consistency with outcomes with Bloom's taxonomy زي ما كنا بنتكلم مع ال ILOs مع ازاي كمان how we will measure the effectiveness. لانه ابسط حاجه انه حضرتك تقول لي انا I will use ChatGPT for example. انا I will get the questions, I will get the exam from ChatGPT. How will you measure the effectiveness on this? How will you measure the impact of using these questions with this style مع students without adopting this within the assessment platform that you are using? كمان وزي ما اتكلمنا students are using generative AI. If we're not using the same technology and the same techniques they are using, we'll be left behind. They are talking different language now, and we should. It's not a hype. It's not a trend. We should use the same language that the students used. بيحصل curriculum updates all the time, and this needs dynamic item bank alignment عشان ده يبقى موجود. Again, we are emphasizing the importance of using AI. Without it, we'll not be able to face all these challenges. Let's see the key areas that we will use AI in item banks. We will use the AI capabilities across the full cycle of item bank management. We will generate items using AI. We will review the items against the cognitive levels, detect the question bias, ensure the alignment with the curriculum standards and complexity levels that we are targeting in the question. Check for similarities. Usually traditional ways بيبقى فيه أسئلة زي بعض، بيبقى فيه أسئلة duplicates، بيبقى فيه similar but not that much similar. So we'll use AI to check for similarities. The point here that we used to have this feature incorrect, by the way, but it was hard coded in the code. So it was very time consuming, very resource consuming, and it's not with the expected accuracy that we are expecting. Moving this with using AI, and this is the point here, that maybe some features of what we're using AI with are not new features, but the output of this is much more progressive than what we used to have in hard coding. ILO coverage check, we will ensure that all the ILO's intended learning outcomes are covered by questions in the question bank. مش محتاج حضرتك to go one by one to make sure that all the ILO's are covered. We'll make it using AI. AC grading, ودكتور مجدي كان بيتكلم على ده الصبح. We'll use AI to do the AC grading for us, but again, it is with the control of the graders. We will give recommendation on what we see in the student answers, and we will compare it to the rubric عشان نبقى متأكدين إن إحنا we're fair and we have a streamline of assessment guidelines for all the students. واحنا برضو اتكلمنا عن ده في السيشن اللي قبل كده. طبعا البرفورمانس ريبورتس، وهنا يجي دور الفيدباك اللي احنا برضو اتكلمنا عليه، وكان قد ايه مهم انه يبقى very personalized customized feedback، يقول للطالب الجابس بتاعته فين، ايه السترينثز بتاعته، ايه الويكنسز، محتاج يركز على ايه. طب هل انا هجيب الانبوت ده بس من كوريكت ومن الامتحانات من الاكزامز؟ No, you will gather this input from all the system that will be in the university عشان ندي complete view للطالب على ادائه في كل الاسبكتس المختلفه and the activities have been done by the student. دكتور سناء اتكلمت على الكواليتي الصبح والاكريديتيشن وقد ايه احنا محتاجين the support of AI to achieve this, and this is here. ايه الامباكت بتاع ده؟ احنا will be 70% faster in exam creation while ensuring alignment with the learning outcomes. Real-time dashboards provide visibility into every part of the assessment process, supporting accreditation readiness. At any point in time, you're ready for the accreditation requirement that might be required for quality and accreditation. We will track the items, assess their effectiveness, and this is very important. We can provide reports for AI items only to see the effectiveness of using these items in the exam, and also to support. اتكلمنا على formative exams وقد ايه بتاخد وقت من البروفيسورز وقد ايه محتاجه اسئله كتير محتاجه تبقى موجوده في الكويستشن بانك. So we will use the AI to support the formative exams. Not only this, but also to have self-assessment for the students. عشان يقدروا زي ما اتكلمنا برضو to have mock exams عشان يقدروا يعملوا ده من غير ما يبقى more headache على الستاف وعلى ال faculty members. وكمان هنتشيك يعني ال data driven decisions and continuous improvement. This is very see AI integrated جوه correct and how it works. This is it. Generate AI items. This is already adopted GOA correct and integrated. So the item type, you can choose the item type that you want, the number of items. You can choose here the ILO that you want questions about, the difficulty level and the language. We support multiple languages in this. This is the how the الأسئلة هتظهر ازاي جوه correct, and you can edit, you can insert to the question bank, and it will follow the normal process of item review and item approval to be available for the exams. النوع الثاني اللي عايزه اوريه لحضراتكم هو الاسي question، وازاي هنقدر to generate اسي question with the marking rubric as well using AI, and this is it, the AC question, and generate AI item using AI, and it will be generated with the rubric. وطبعا كل ده editable by the faculty, can change and can amend and can adapt this to what's needed. This is the rubric. خلينا نشوف. تمام. Is this enough for using AI? I think this is not enough. There are a lot of opportunities over there. AI is there, and it will be there for us to use. We need to think about it as a co-teacher, co-designer, in everything that we will be doing to help us. This is what we do in Correct, to support all the educational institutions that are working with us. وزي ما دكتور محمد لسه كان بيقول في السيشن اللي قبليه, AI can make mistakes. Important data should always be reviewed by experts. So in every step in using AI within Correct, there is a human approval and human consent on each and every input that will be generated by AI. أنا عارفة إن أنا طولت, بس I'm really sorry. Thank you very much for having me. Well, thank you, Dr. Mona, for the great support.
الطريقه دي محتاجينها دلوقتي اكتر من اي وقت تاني. يمكن يبقى عندنا وقت لسؤال واحد بس لو في اي اسئله. طيب اعتقد كده هنتحرك للسكشن اللي بعدها.
Thank you, dear professors, for the informative session. And now let me welcome on the podium Dr. Dua Anas, Head of Monitoring and Evaluation Department, the Central E-Learning Unit, and the Director of the E-Learning Unit in the Faculty of Engineering, Ain Shams University, who is going to moderate the panel discussion under the title of Building a Collaborative Roadmap for the AI Governance in Egyptian Universities.
Good afternoon. Please let me call on the stage Professor Ghada Al-Khayat, Professor Muhammad Kamal Al-Nimr, Professor Muhammad Abdelaziz, Mr. Amr Ibrahim, and Dr. Dalia Yusuf. First, I would like to welcome you all, and I'm honored to moderate this panel discussion titled Building a Collaborative Roadmap for AI Governance in Egyptian Universities. It is a great opportunity to foster discussions that focus on modern crucial topics and end with conclusions as a way forward. As AI transforms education, research, and industries globally, Egyptian universities are positioned to lead ethical and innovative AI adoption. As we have presented in the last year's conference, this requires a unified strategy balancing innovation with accountability, privacy, and societal impact. Today, we aim to bridge perspectives from academia, government, and industry to craft a collaborative path forward. Let me first introduce our panel experts who will share with us their experiences and thoughts about this topic. Professor Ghada Al-Khayat, Chairperson of Computer and Information Systems Department and Head of Pedagogical Innovation and Distance Learning Center at Alexandria University. Professor Muhammad Kamal Al-Nimr, CIO of Tanta University. Professor Muhammad Abdelaziz, the Director of the Artificial Intelligence Science Program at Galala University. Mr. Amr Ibrahim, Senior Data and AI Cloud Solution Architect in Microsoft Africa. And Dr. Dalia Yusuf, the Director of the Central E-Learning Unit at Ain Shams University and Deputy Director of IIO Egypt Center. Egyptian universities have an instrumental role in advancing research and education, especially in areas requiring technological innovation. Dr. Gheda, please let us know your thoughts about, in the context of AI governance, how can universities contribute to fostering an ecosystem of responsible AI use in education, and how to ensure the alignment with the national and global standards for ethical AI practices?
Thank you very much, Dr. Dua, for the question. I would like once again first to thank Professor Mona Zahri for the invitation and to tell the audience that I'm very much honored to be with my colleagues here on stage. Regarding your question concerning governance, I would like before AI to stop at the word governance and say if we want to ensure governance, it's somehow, I'll make it simple, we want to do things correct and we want to be accountable for what we're doing and we do not want to cross lines. So in order to do this, we have to know what's the good and what's the bad. And this is something very important. AI is very tempting for exploration and people tend to do before learning. A small kid will try walking before you tell him how to take the steps. So people go on the tools and they try them and they do whatever they do with them and nobody tells them what's good and what's bad. So the ecosystem is a very important thing that you have mentioned. The universities need to create an ecosystem, that's the major contribution I would say, that ensures AI literacy, who is literate in artificial intelligence, and to ensure an ethics culture. So many things you do with AI instruments and tools that we don't see you doing, you as professors and you as students. So you have to be self-reporting and you have to be ethical, and this culture has to be promoted. The third thing I would like to do, which is a very good opportunity to make sure that AI is not doing us any harmful things, is I would say this is for me an invitation for the rise up of humanizing education. We think that technology is everywhere around, but with the advent of AI, there is a very important opportunity for universities to tell professors and students we have a learning that is more human. And I would say why? Because knowledge is on the internet. Skills are everywhere. Maybe skills in the industry are better than the university. So what do we need really to do? We need more for the exams. I very much enjoyed the Dr. Al-Bidwehi presentation, but I think we need to go into discussions with students for evaluation. We need to go to oral exams that were very much accused of being biased and stuff. But the multitude of instruments, we have to use correct for sure, but we also need to know that the assignment that were delivered by the students were their production. And if it's not their production, we have to tell them how to confess that it's not their production. And we have also to develop the C's that Dr. Sana spoke of this morning. And I will take the C of creativity and critical thinking. I will just take these two. So I tell my students, go check this on AI and come up with a better version. And they come back and they develop criticism with AI, and that's a good thing. So I think all this can be part of the ecosystem. Let me summarize the ecosystems developing an AI literacy and ethics culture and promotion of the rise up of humanizing education. I think these are very important things to characterize the ecosystem. The other things will come later. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gheda. Very rich insight. As you have mentioned, universities can foster responsible AI ecosystems by driving context-aware research. In addition, alignment can be done by adopting global standards while tailoring them to the Egyptian culture and infrastructural status. Dr. Mohammed Al-Nimr, as a university CIO, you have overseen infrastructure upgrades critical for AI adoption. Yet disparities in resources between institutions persist. What strategies would you propose to balance effective AI infrastructure investments with equitable access that will be applicable even for smaller or under-resourced universities?
Last week, some new rise having high speed risk of the issue. The current situation have major things go through. The classical way, step by step, rising data center, rising connecting to cloud, starting from digitalization, turning the workflow into a digital workflow, then some learning that depend on the electronic contents, and just digitalization of the old scheme. That is not actually fair enough to be applied to the future. So to understand how to deal with infrastructure, we have to understand what is a university. Okay, because university is a very complicated entity that has mainly four categories of systems. One of the educational system for students, one for research for researchers. It depends on lab, research, data analysis, whatever, and that of the administration, like the administrative hierarchy. We have employees, accountants, registrars, whatever. So all of these systems are interconnected to develop something. So if I am concerning to put a strategy for the university, I have to think about the most critical, the most economical, the most safe way. I'm not afraid of AI as a threat, but I'm afraid of AI to lose what I have. For example, our universities now ranging from 50 years based on paper, now a little bit on computer. So to keep the old information, the original one, and add AI, which may generate some misleading information. So what I have to do exactly? First, I have to go to the strategic level of the administration to put a vision. How would you like to be implemented inside the university? For example, would you like to assist the administrative system? Would you like to have AI in your data analytics, performance of students, the managerial system evaluation, how to boost up the system? Okay, or you would like to focus on research, or would like to focus on education? For example, if I would like to go to with education, we have a lot of valuable presentations we have seen today, speaking about how to merge this AI tools inside the education and how to transfer the knowledge and skills to students. That is okay, fair, and have enough discussions. But what if I would like to have AI applied to research? So in that case, I'm thinking in a different way. Like I have to get some GPUs, some servers, high performance networking, real fast equipment, a valuable set of data to generate whatever kind of information I would like to use for research. So the first thing about strategy is to determine what the scope of the university, which actually is is diverging a lot because of this diverging nature of the universities now. So to talk about Egypt as a whole, we have national universities, international universities, governmental universities, private universities, and each one of these has its own scope. So what is good must be determined by the strategy of the university. For the governmental universities, I would suggest to get the old machines clustered and build something that is more economical, not buying GPUs and this very expensive tool. You collect the old devices, whatever Pentium 4 or Core 2 or whatever, okay, and cluster them to generate some sort of computational center
okay, to perform high resource for the university to be established. That will reduce the cost and open the door to use the old material, apply some strategic values for research, which is must be our first concern, not the managerial system and not the educational system. Of course, both are very important, but I believe that the first thing to do with AI is to post our weak point. For these three categories, our weak point seems to be the research. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad, for your valuable review. The focus on scalable modular solutions highlights that inclusivity must be considered into infrastructure planning, which is a cornerstone for sustainable AI governance. Now we will move to Dr. Muhammad Abdelaziz, the Director of the Artificial Intelligence Science Program at Galala University. Like many groundbreaking innovations throughout history, AI brings both opportunities and challenges. Can you please share the AI opportunities that Egyptian universities identified and made use of, along with the challenges and how universities can face them and address them?
Thanks, Dr.
Thank you.
for your invitation, and Dr. Mona. Actually, we can say Egyptian university have recognized AI as a strategy, and also use the all of this strategic plan for development and enhance the education system. And there are many opportunities we can benefit from AI in education system. For example, most of university in Egypt now become smart university. We can say university from generation 4. So, for example, at the Galala University and at Ain Shams University, we started to convert all traditional system to become smart system, starting from administrative, starting from scheduling of timetable of students, and also how we can using all of this technology to improve the performance or education system for each or for every student in the campus. Also, we started to include it in AI in the curriculum itself. For example, we started to learn the student in medicine or pharmacy how can using AI, and this will be benefit and will get more benefit to the student in after graduated, so we can prepare the student for the marketing. If we go to another point for research and innovation, this one we can say AI can be using in different multidisciplinary. For example, we can using AI in agriculture, in healthcare, and this one can be considered the main point in healthcare. How can improve the healthcare systems, and also in the education. After that, we can say AI can go to use in industry and collaboration with government, since we can make collaboration between techie company, and how we can benefit from all of the solution to fix some problem in government or in real time. For example, I think a higher education ministry started to group the region in Egypt to become 9 regions and make collaboration between university and the private sectors, and to try to solve some specific problem according to the regions. Yes. If we're going to the challenge, there is many challenges we needed to focus or focus on some point of them. For example, the infrastructure. Infrastructure in most of public university needed to enhance this one. And also, we don't have many students or many staff that trained by AI. So we needed to develop some programs to enhance the skills of this staff or students. And also, the main point we can say, we don't have general framework for AI. Maybe some university in Shams has its own framework for AI. Galala University has its own one. So we needed to make one or unique framework for all of AI. Maybe the last one for the challenges is the ethics. For example, if we apply AI in healthcare, this is major point. How we can save the privacy of the data in healthcare. Also for other sectors, how we can perceive or maintain all the privacy of the state. Thanks.
Very enriching contribution, Dr. Muhammad. Thank you. It's obvious that AI technology is transforming higher education from personalized learning experiences to streamlined administrative processes However, with these opportunities come real concerns about the academic integrity and data security, as Dr. Muhammad said. Thank you. Now we will move to Mr. Amr. Microsoft has been at the forefront of AI innovation over the past 2 years, introducing powerful technological solutions. However, alongside these advancements are concerns about the responsible use of AI. Mr. Amr, could you share how Microsoft can support educational institutions in adopting such approaches responsibly? Additionally, how does the company plan to address the future challenges and opportunities AI presents for education and workforce development? Thank you.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank you for the invitation. Proud Ain Shams graduate. I graduated from Faculty of Engineering Department 32 years ago. Yeah, really meaningful. Thank you for that. And from Microsoft deals with AI in main fronts. Either enable users to use the AI technologies. Users, maybe your good selves like professors or students or the institutions themselves, or we enable them to build their own AI models and build their own AI solutions. In both cases, we rely on the 6 principles of responsible AI that Microsoft adopts. We have 6 principles, and all of them are aiming to increase trust towards AI. How would the external world trust the systems that are developed using Microsoft technology or developed using Microsoft tools to build your own AI models? Something like transparency. How can you understand how a specific model works? How can you explain why the model behaved that way, that specific way, when inputted this specific set of inputs? So transparency, inclusiveness, fairness, security and privacy, reliability and security, and accountability. The importance of being able to include what we call a human in the loop. AI can perform a great part of the whole workflow, but it can still make mistakes, and it will remain to make mistakes at least until a revolutionary change in the architecture happens, which doesn't seem to be very soon. So somewhere in between, we need a human, an expert, to qualify and to judge whether the output that was generated is correct, is reliable or not, and to be able to have the authority to change this or to correct this. So in all cases, we make sure that the systems we build ourselves include these or follow these principles internally. So these are guiding principles that we follow internally, and we provide what we call the responsible AI toolbox to all the developers and builders that use Microsoft technologies to make sure that they also follow the same to build their solutions in a responsible way. We work, of course, with partners as well. So like Correct as a very good example, we work with partners to enable partners to utilize the same tool set, to adopt the same methodology of thinking and adopt or follow the same principles, so that we make sure that the end user is benefiting the most from the technology, and we're reducing the risks and the pitfalls to the minimum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amr. We appreciate your input so much. Thank you. Industry education partners can empower universities to experiment responsibly, bridging the gap between policy and practice. Last but not least, Dr. Dalia Youssef, as the director of the e-learning unit at Ain Shams University, you contributed to setting the university e-learning strategies and policies. What are your suggestions for setting a practical implementation strategy of responsible use of AI in education, and how Egyptian universities can collaborate to develop and review such strategies?
Thank you, Dr. Draa, for this very important question. I think we have talked the talk, and now we need to walk the walk, because this is an eminent need. And as my dear professors said, they talked about ethics, they talked about opportunities, the industry is also having a great input, infrastructure is very important. We need to put an organized implementation strategy to start working as Egyptian universities under our national higher education leadership and with our industry partners. We need to work on a cohesive implementation strategy, which will start with assessment of the current status and the situational analysis. We need to know what do we need exactly from AI, what are the AI tools available, how can we use them in the educational context. We need also to to set the legal and ethical implications of the use of AI in education. Then after knowing all this information, we will go through planning. And I think this is a very important step, and this is the step that we need to work on right now. Planning in the form of making a governance structure, setting a governance structure, including policies, protocols in the educational context of higher education, setting the requirements that we need, as Dr. Muhammad said, infrastructure, any technology tools, any industry partners that we need to work with. Also, Dr. Mohammed Abdelaziz talked about many opportunities on many levels in universities to use AI. Also, Dr. Ghada has said about culture, which is very important. We need to set all these requirements to start to grab these requirements and to start implementation. In the implementation process also, I will imply to something one of my dear professors said, training of teachers and students. We need to start capacity building in AI. We need to train teachers and students, and we need also to integrate AI. It's not like just I am using AI as it's a trend. No, I need to integrate AI as alignment with ILOs, with my objectives, with my program objectives, with the employer's needs in the educational context. I need to integrate AI in teaching, in assessment, also in making the student be able to be a lifelong learner. This is a very important also aspect. And lastly, we need to do something called monitoring and evaluation, because this is a strategy at the end. So I need to monitor to keep the data resources always maintained. I need to make AI tools, assisted tools to monitor the process, and always check is my objectives actually are being applied or they are not being applied. So how can we do this? Not on long intervals. This shouldn't take 5 years or 3 years. This should be annual or every 6 months, I think, because of the fast pace of changes that are happening. And all this can be done by forming consortiums and forming agreements between Egyptian universities and leadership from the national authorities and also our industry partners. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dalia, for your important suggestions. As forming consortiums of Egyptian universities, along with the national higher education leadership, can unify AI use standards aligned with the national and global standards and benchmarks. Thank you, panelists and audience, for the rich dialogue. We may conclude some key takeaways, such as higher education staff members, leaders, and policymakers should collaborate to establish clear frameworks for AI governance, to mitigate its challenges and ensure its ethical, responsible use. There is need for stronger partnerships with industry and national leaderships. The successful implementation strategy of AI is a structured cyclical approach, from situational analysis in the assessment phase to continuous evaluation using KPIs, which is a vital step given the fast-paced advancements of AI. Thank you, and now we will go back to Dr. Hib.
Thank you, Dr. Dua. Thanks to the panelists for the fruitful discussion. To enhance our work, please can you scan the QR code to give us your feedback session? And now we'll start with the IOE Egypt Micro Certification Excellence Award, recognizing efforts and announcing winners. We will start with a small video introducing the IIoE Micro Certification Program.
The IIoE Microcertification Project aims to facilitate the digital transformation of higher education through digital competency building and certification. This project offers open professional development resources in digital competency building to close the gaps between the demand and supply of teaching personnel development in higher education. IIoE microcertifications are flexible, personalized learning that is competency-based and practice-embedded. It has rich research and clear evaluation criteria that facilitates teaching practice integrating with discipline experiences effectively. IIoE and its global partner HEIs and enterprises jointly develop microcertification courses for multimodal learning. In line with the Egyptian national strategy to promote digital education, the International Center for Higher Education Innovation under one of the initiative of UNESCO ICHI and Ain Shams University jointly established the International Institute of Online Education, Egypt National Center, IIoE Egypt, in May 2022 to construct a national hub supporting the digital transformation of higher education teaching and learning in Egypt. The IIoE Egypt is hosted by Ain Shams University and is endorsed by the Egyptian Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research and the Egyptian Supreme Council of Universities. It has developed a national network of over 23 Egyptian HEIs. So, are you ready to transform your teaching with cutting-edge skills? IIoE Egypt offers a suite of professional microcertification courses, specially designed for Egyptian university staff. These courses cover the latest trends in education, including AI integration, where you'll master personalized learning, automated assessment, and generative AI to boost student engagement. Digital teaching skills, helping you simplify complex concepts and create dynamic student-centered lessons. Virtual skills development, where you'll design collaborative online spaces that foster problem-solving and critical thinking. You will also dive into data-driven assessment strategies, learn how to track student progress, analyze learning outcomes, and refine your teaching methods for maximum impact. Join us on the IIoE Egypt Center platform and take your teaching to the next level. Scan the QR code to explore the courses and register now. Today, IIoE Egypt proudly celebrates the winners of the Microcertification Program Award, alongside our partner universities, faculty members, and students.
For your attention, let me welcome Professor Sharif Kishk, Deputy to the Minister of Higher Education for Digital Transformation, Mr. Pan Fang, Deputy Director, International Center for Higher Education Innovation under the auspices of UNESCO ICHI, Professor Mona Al-Zahri, Director of the IIoE Egypt Center, to announce the winners of the IIoE Egypt Microcertification Excellence Award.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed educators, and talented students, it's an honor to stand here today as we celebrate excellence, dedication, and innovation in digital education. The IIoE Egypt Microcertification Excellence Award 2025, recognizing the outstanding efforts of universities, faculties, and students who have demonstrated exceptional commitment to advancing skills and knowledge through the International Institute of Online Education platform. We have three categories of awards. First category is the Outstanding University Award. Our first category that has championed the adoption, the university that has championed the adoption of IIoE microcertifications, creating an ecosystem of digital learning excellence. Here, I should say that we excluded Ain Shams University from the award. The winning university has shown remarkable leadership in integrating IIoE into their academic framework, ensuring accessibility and fostering a culture of continuous upscaling. And here comes the moment. The winner of the Outstanding University Award is Alexandria University.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mona, Dr. Sharif, and thank you very much. I would just like to dedicate all this to our dear President, Professor Abdulaziz Konsowa, and Professor Ali Abdul Mohsen, Vice President for Educational Affairs, because of their complete support regarding our implication with the IIOE. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Can I have to invite, if I have to invite, I need to invite my dear colleague Dalia Youssef to share with us this moment. I also want to invite Dr. Hani to share this moment again. Dr. Heba, Dr. Dua, please, because these are the team of the IIOE Egypt Center. Dr. A. Abdul Latif, I need you all with me today. Category 2, Excellence in Faculty Engagement. Behind every successful learner is an inspiring educator. This award honors a faculty member who has gone the extra mile to grab professional development opportunities to guide his students towards new skills and career-ready competencies. The winner of the Excellence in Faculty Engagement Award is Dr. Muhammad Mubarak Saad Ali. أنا فوتت يعني طلعت شفت من التجمع لكن Category 3, Student Achievement Award. Students are at the heart of this transformation. This award recognizes learners who have demonstrated exceptional performance, completing multiple micro-certifications with excellence, and applying their skills to real-world challenges. The winner of the Student Achievement Award is Salma Hatem Qatari. أنا عايزاكم تباركوا لسلمى عشان سلمى لسه نتيجتها طالعة وهي طالعة الأولى على دفعتها. الترتيب. To all the winners, your achievements inspire us to push boundaries and embrace the future of education. Let us continue to innovate, collaborate, and elevate education together. Thank you for your commitment and congratulations once again.
By now, we have reached to an end of the third annual conference of the Measurement and Evaluation Scientific Association of Arab Universities. For all the honorable attendees, I extend my thanks and gratitude on behalf of the Scientific Association for Measurement and Evaluation and the International Institute of Online Education Egypt Center, IIOE Egypt. And we appreciate your distinguished presence in the conference and look forward to your presence in our upcoming scientific events.